Hello and welcome to program 92, and a while ago I did a program called program 37 that looked for gaps between the close of one day and the open of the next, and it drew those on the chart. What I've done is created a new version of this program, but this time using the TradeStation EasyLanguage object. So let me just show you what it does. For example, here we have a situation where we close at this price down here and we open at this price here. So what we do is between the two we draw a rectangle, and then as new bars are added to the chart, the rectangle is extended to the right of the chart. What we also do is put the value of the high price and the value of the low price of the rectangle together with the date that they were created. So let's have a look at the inputs and a couple of other things we need to note with this program. The first one is number of gaps. Now I've set this, you can make it a number that suits you, but the purpose of it is for example, if let's just have a look. So we've got 4 gaps showing on the chart at the moment. Let's just try changing that to 3 and see what happens. And you'll see now that we've actually only got these 2 appearing. What happens is if we get above 3, then one of them will be deleted. So let's go back and change that to say 5 or 6. Then we'll see that extra gap. Bear in mind that you can't always see the price ranges on any particular charting scale without modifying the scale so you can see them. Anyway, the other inputs, we can change the colors. Now what we're using here are the color object colors, or the color class colors, and I've included those on the program page if you need a reminder. So for example, the down gap color, or rather the up gap color, I've said light sea green, and you can see here an up gap, we've caused it light sea green. Oh, and incidentally, the other reason these disappear, of course, is if the price moves. In the case of this low gap, or rather this up gap, the price then moves through it, and then the gap ceases to be a gap. So we've got the number of gaps, the up gap color, down gap color. We've also got the color of text. So what we've done when we create a rectangle, we also include the price of the highest value, the price of the lowest value, and the dates that they occurred respectively. And then finally we've got this thing called rectangle alpha, and that is a number between 0 and 255, and this it would apply in a situation, for example, where we wanted to see something behind the rectangle. We could change that to a lower value, and you'll see now that we can see clearly through those rectangles, so it makes it a little more useful. Anyway, hopefully you will find this program useful. There are also, I think, some good interesting lessons in the program. It's using vectors to store the values and to store the rectangles and the text strings, and also to process those in terms of working out when we need to remove a rectangle and any other information from the program, and also if we get more than the input number of rectangles that we want showing. So thank you very much.